My phone was quietly stealing my brain. I was miserable. As soon as I'd close one app, another would open. I tried everything I could find. Most of it didn't work, so I decided something had to change. I needed a system, so I went looking for it. And then I built something that did. Not by throwing my phone away. 5 steps. I call it the pyramid system. I followed it for a month, and honestly, it worked. I slept better. My focus came back. I finished things again. I know that sounds dramatic for something this simple, but that's genuinely how it felt, and I got my brain back. Step 1. Find the cue. This is simple, but most important. Let me tell you what a cue is. Let's say you're lying in bed, about to sleep, and somehow it's 1 a.m. and you're still scrolling. That bed, that's a cue. Every time you sit at your desk and open TikTok out of boredom, your brain links boredom plus desk equals phone. Your brain doesn't choose to check your phone. It's been trained to. So, you have to flip the trigger from working against you to working for you. Let's say your desk plus boredom is triggering TikTok. Now flip it. Stop putting your phone on the desk. Put your favorite novel there instead, something that teaches you or pulls you out of your usual scroll. Now your desk plus boredom equation doesn't equal phone anymore. It equals learning. That's just one cue. You'll have a few other: bed, couch, bathroom, whatever it is for you. Once you spot yours, now you know how to flip it. Step 2. Create resistance. This isn't about locking your phone in a drawer or relying on pure willpower. It's about making the bad habit just a little harder to do than the good one. Let me give you my own example. When I started my YouTube channel, I got a little obsessed with checking my views and other analytics. I'd refresh YouTube Studio on my phone every 15 minutes. Yeah, I couldn't even focus on making the next video because I was too busy watching numbers on the last one. So this is what I did. I didn't uninstall the app, I just logged out. Now, every time I want to check my stats, I have to stop and log in again, whether I'm on my phone or my laptop. That extra 15 seconds is enough. Most of the time, I just close the app instead and get back to work. This way, I create resistance. Remember, you're not removing the option. You're just making your brain pause and think, do I actually want this right now? And if logging out isn't enough for you, go one step further. Delete the app entirely from your phone and only use it through a browser. The more friction, the less automatic the habit becomes. Step 3. Make it boring as much as you can. By now you know your cue and you know how to create resistance. But let's be honest, sometimes even that isn't enough and you still end up scrolling. That's where this step comes in. The reality is, apps are designed to be as stimulating as possible on purpose. Bright colors, endless scroll, autoplay, all of it exists to keep your brain hooked. So the trick is simple: kill the stimulation and your brain stops asking for it. Start by turning your phone screen to grayscale. It sounds small, but it removes the dopamine hit that comes from color, and suddenly your phone just feels boring. Next, turn off all your non-essential notifications. Then go to your home screen and remove the app icons, bury them in a folder, or move them to a separate screen entirely. Think of it like a supermarket checkout counter. You know, they place all those extra things you don't actually need right where you can see them, because just seeing them is enough to make you unconsciously grab one. Your home screen works the exact same way. If it's full of apps you don't really need, you'll fall for them without even deciding to. Not because you wanted to, but because they were sitting right there in front of you. I've already done both of these. My screen is on grayscale, and if you looked at my home screen right now, you wouldn't even feel like picking up my phone. There's nothing there but the phone app and messaging. Everything else is buried out of sight. When your phone stops being exciting, your brain stops reaching for it without even thinking. Step 4. Fill the space. By now, you're almost ready to stop reaching for your phone. You've made it boring, you've made it harder to reach. Maybe you've even put it in a drawer. But the problem is, your brain has already built a habit loop. Sit at your desk or lie in bed, and it automatically expects the phone next. So just removing the phone isn't enough. You have to quietly replace that pathway with something else. Here's what I did. Whenever I felt bored and my brain started craving the phone, I'd get up and take a short walk. Just a few steps, nothing big. And at night, before sleep, instead of reaching for my phone, I'd put it in the drawer and pick up a Rubik's Cube instead. That's it. That's the whole trick. I filled the gap. Find something that interests you and fill that space, because if you don't, your brain will always find its way back to the phone. Step 5. Expect to fail. Let me be honest with you, you'll do everything right, and one day, you're still gonna mess it up. You'll have a bad day, you'll pick up your phone, and you'll scroll for 2 hours without even realizing it. Maybe it's a fight with someone at work, or family pressure, or just a rough day that piles up. Whatever it is, your phone becomes the easiest escape because it's the fastest stress relief you've got. In my case, I had a fight with my girlfriend. I was so frustrated that I locked myself in my room and scrolled for 8 hours straight. 8 hours. Not because I wanted to, I just didn't know what else to do with that feeling. Here's the key point. Most people quit a system entirely after one relapse because they think, I failed, so this doesn't work for me. But a single bad day doesn't erase the new pathways you've built over the past 4 steps. It's not gone. It's there. Now let me tell you what actually changes if you stick with this for 30 days. You start waking up and not reaching for your phone in the first 5 minutes. Your evenings stop disappearing into a scroll you don't even remember. You finish a book, you have a full conversation without checking your phone under the table. You notice things again, how your coffee actually tastes, what your friend was actually saying. None of that happens overnight, but it happens. One loophole, one wall of resistance. One boring phone, one filled gap, one relapse you didn't quit after. That's how you get your brain back. It didn't steal it in one day, and you're not getting it back in one day either. But 30 days from now, you could be a completely different person with the exact same phone in your pocket.